Hi guys, it's Lily again, and I wanted to show you something that I bought recently. So I really love Tomoe River paper, as you probably know, because I'm a Hobonichi addict. And I was really excited to find out that there is another company that sells Tomoe River paper products, nanamipaper.com. I'll put the link down below. Um, I think all of their products, or most of their products, are from Japan, but they seem to be based in the US. And they have a couple of journals that are made out of Tomoe River paper. So I really like the idea of this because it's a separate thing. They're not dated. They're just notebooks. So they have one with lined paper. They're called the Seven Seas Writers. So that's what I ordered, and I just wanted to do a sort of quick review, show you what it's like. I haven't started using it yet, but you can see kind of what it looks like in case you're interested in it and thinking about buying one. So it comes in this box. So it says The Writer, nanamipaper.com. So it's A5 size. I think they only have A5. They've got a lined one, which this is, and they've also got an unlined one. 480 pages, and the lines are 7 mm. So I'll show you when I open it what the lines are like. They're relatively wide lines, I would say. Made in Japan. It's a nice box. It's like the boxes that often Japanese dictionaries come in, if you've ever bought one of those. And then when you open it, you slide it out. This is the journal, and it comes with this pink kind of like very light cardboard sheet, and I think this is just a writing pad to put underneath the page that you're writing on. I like the Hobonichi ones better, the ones in the Hobonichi shop. I don't have one because they were sold out the last time I ordered something from the Hobonichi shop, but I think it's the same idea. And then this is the journal itself. So the cover is, let's see if you can see this. I don't think you can see it on the camera, but it's a sort of like a canvas with a thick weave. You can see the weave. It's yeah, I think that's the best way I can describe it. It's not rough, it's quite smooth, but there's a little bit of a texture to it, and you can see the weave pattern slightly. And it's completely blank. There's nothing on either side. There's no logo, no kind of branding. And this is what the spine looks like. So it's quite thick. If we compare it to, see, this is a hardback Moleskine vertical diary. So it's a bit thicker than that. This is a Moleskine daily diary, A5. So it's actually quite a bit wider than that. I guess the Moleskine isn't officially A5, it's smaller. But that gives you a sort of idea of, I guess, the thickness. It's not quite as thick as that, as the Moleskine. It doesn't have an elastic band. It doesn't have any kind of frills, I guess. It doesn't come with anything, like Leuchtturm come with the labels. It doesn't have a bookmark, nothing like that. So it's quite basic in a way. When you open it, it's cream coloured. I'm not sure how well that's picking up, but it's a similar colour, I guess, to Moleskine paper, perhaps a little bit darker. So it has this kind of reasonably thick end paper, and then it just goes straight into the first page. So the first page is kind of like glued here like this, which isn't great, I guess. I like it, better when it just sort of starts flat with the first page, where you can sort of open it, because it's kind of hard to write on the first page when it's like this. So I guess you could leave this blank. I think the main attractive thing about this is the Tomoe River paper. So it's quite thin. It somehow feels different to me than the Hobonichi paper. I don't know if that's because it's a different color. This is like a kind of a little bit maybe darker, more yellowy than the Hobonichi paper. So it doesn't feel as amazing to me as the Hobonichi paper does, even though supposedly it's the same. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Or it could be something to do with the printing of the lines, maybe, because I think one of the things that makes the Hobonichi so appealing is the different color of like how each month is a different color. I don't know, maybe that's something to do with it. It somehow seems different, or like I said, the color of the paper. So, but it's definitely still, it's very thin, very nice quality paper. I haven't tried writing in it yet. There's only one other review of this journal by Journal Joy, and she's done a pen test. So if you want to see different like fountain pens and things on that, check out her review. I'll link that below as well. So supposedly it takes different kinds of pens very well also. So the lines, like I said, they're reasonably thick. If we compare it to the lines in the Moleskine Daily Diary, they're a little bit thicker, and they're also a bit fainter, and they're not straight like full lines. They're actually dots. It's very, very small dots. So it looks like straight lines, but when you look at it up close, you can see that it is actually dotted. So it's just a slightly different experience, I guess. But they are quite a bit wider than the Moleskine lines. If we compare it to a Leuchtturm, then it's pretty similar to the Moleskine, actually. The Leuchtturm and the Moleskine line seems to be pretty much the same, so the Seven Seas writer is wider. One thing that's nice about it is that it lays very flat. Like, look at this. If you compare this to the Moleskine, see the Moleskine does this. Doesn't lie completely flat. Even though Moleskine is great, it does lie quite flat, but this lies really, really, like, look at that, completely flat. So you can open it anywhere and it will just lie totally flat. So I think that's a big plus if you're into that. And you can sort of see in the binding it's stitched just like the Hobonichi. So it's got like little sections. And that's why it lies so flat everywhere. And also it's really thick. I mean, what I mean is there are a lot of pages for the size, so 480 pages, compared to, again, this Moleskine Daily Diary, which I think has probably like fewer than 400 pages, maybe 380 or 390, and it's thicker. So this is definitely a really good deal in terms of sort of number of pages you get, for the size and the thickness. It's because of the Tomoe River paper. So if we go all the way to the end, you have exactly the same thing as what you have at the beginning. You just have the final page, which is kind of like glued to this end paper. And then on the inside back cover, you get a label where it says the Seven Seas writer, nanamipaper.com, and then the same details that are on the box. So I'd say that this is best if you put it inside a cover. What I'm planning to do with this, I'll just show you quickly. I'm going to put this inside my beloved purple A5 Flex. Sorry, that's my dog in the background. James has just come home and he's very excited to see him. They both are. There are two of them. So I'm going to use this as my gratitude/vision book next year because at the moment I'm using the two Moleskines that I just showed you inside the Flex. So next year I'll be using this, and I thought I would put the gratitude part in the front and the sort of vision part in the back, and then it'll be finished when they join up in the middle. So you can see this fits perfectly inside the A5 Flex. It's just really, really snug. There's a sort of little bit of lip here on the side, and it fits perfectly at the back. So as I mentioned before, if you compare it to the Moleskine Daily Diary, the Moleskine Diary is quite a bit narrower, I guess. So it doesn't work well if you put it inside the flex. That's why I'm using two of them together, because just the one, there's a huge gap here at the back of the flex, so it doesn't look nice. But this just fits really, really well. So I guess this is a proper A5 size, and it has a really nice feel in the flex, and it opens nicely, and it's quite, it's solid. This is a really good size cover for it. So if you're considering one of these, and you're not sure about covers, they sell some covers on the Nanami Paper website. There's a synthetic leather cover which is brown that's $16, which is cheaper than the flex. I didn't like the look of it quite as much, and because I already have a flex, I just decided to keep to that. But I think that's that's another reasonable option. You could also put it inside a Hobonichi cover if you have one of those, because that would fit as well. With the flex, of course, you solve the problem of it not having a pen loop, because you've got the pen loop that comes with it. But you could always get a Leuchtturm pen loop if you didn't want to use it with a cover. I just think it's so much nicer with a cover, because it doesn't really have that, like the cover. It's okay, but like compared to say a hardback Moleskine or even a softback Moleskine or Leuchtturm cover, I think it's not that nice. Maybe that's just me personally, but it's not sort of the most beautiful journal cover out there. But I think that the paper, the thinness of the paper, and the kind of like, I guess, delicate printing of the lines sort of make up for it. So I think that it is definitely worth trying. I can't actually remember how much the journal itself cost. Thinking something like, maybe it was $25. I want to say that the prices are all in US dollars. Like I said, it's a US site. And I think the shipping is pretty cheap. Even like getting it shipped to the UK, it was cheap, and it came very quickly as well. So I'd say if you're thinking about it, it's definitely worth trying if you like Tomoe River paper. It's not like a huge investment, especially if you don't get a separate cover for it. If you've already got a flex or a Hobonichi cover that you can use for it, it's a nice thing to try. So that's it. That's the 7 Seas Writer from Nanami Paper, and I'll be back again soon with another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.